Two playoff-bound teams face off this Sunday when the Eagles take on the Bills. Jalen Hurts and the Philly offense have seemingly righted the ship with two dominant wins over the past 2 weeks. Meanwhile, Josh Allen has led Buffalo on a 4-game win streak, which gives the Bills a chance to steal the AFC East title from the Patriots. And while the Bills may have already clinched their spot in the postseason, Josh Allen has set his sights on something bigger.
The way that I put it in terms is, to win the lottery, you got to buy a ticket. To win a Super Bowl, you got to make the playoffs. Getting into the playoffs is our ticket. Now, what we do with that is up to us.
Everybody's got good one-liners today. You got Mike Tomlin. You've got for entertainment purposes only. You got Josh Allen talking about the lottery ticket and making it to the postseason. So as we look through these quarterbacks right now ahead of this matchup, who would you rather have in the postseason? Would it be Jalen Hurts or Josh Allen?
Oh, that's tough. I'm going to go Josh Allen. And here's the deal. Josh Allen to me is Superman, right? He does significantly more with less. If you look at his receiving core versus what Jalen Hurts has, you would say advantage there, right? And so when I look at Josh Allen, he has put this team on his back a number of times. They have literally one of the worst, if not the worst, run defense in the NFL. They have given up 5 different rushers, 100-plus yard games. 4 have had a $140. And for him to be carrying this team into the playoffs, and literally, y'all, when you look at the AFC, they have a real shot. If their defense can just Band-Aid it, they got a shot. And why? Because of Josh Allen. And so I would just say, with no disrespect to Jalen Hurts, who is a freaking baller in and of himself, I would lean my way towards Josh Allen.
I don't know if this is your doing this question or if it's a producer. This is a question that's designed to cause trouble.
Yeah.
And I think you had a very respectful answer. It's not even close. It's Allen. And that's coming from an Eagles fan who loves Jalen Hurts. But Jalen needs a whole lot to go right to reach his maximum potential. He needs a great O-line, great wide receivers, great running back, great defense, and then the Rams don't win the game at the end, right? There was a lot that. Now, he played his ass off in that Super Bowl, won Super Bowl MVP. I cashed that ticket again. I like him very much. And he did. But Allen's never been the reason that Buffalo has lost in the playoffs. Never once. Kincaid, make a catch. Field goal kicker, convert a field goal. Kickoff team, make a tackle. Defense, get a singular stop at any point in some of these Kansas City games.
13 seconds.
Allen is the guy who puts the team on his back and puts you in a position to win. You're only there because of him. Hurts has had those games, but the consistency level and what he needs in order for everything to go right, it's Allen by a mile here.
Y'all fell for it. Y'all went for who the best player is. Josh Allen, the best player.
Well, this was a trick. See, I knew it was designed to cause trouble.
Josh Allen, beyond Matthew Stafford and the way he's playing, Josh Allen probably going to win his second MVP. Josh Allen is the best quarterback to me in the NFL right now because of all of the things that y'all said. I've seen Jalen Hurts win the Super Bowl.
Absolutely.
I've seen him in the playoffs do what needed to be done to win a Super Bowl. Now, I know Josh Allen had to play against Patrick Mahomes. He had Joe Burrow come to his place and lose. It's been a harder path. The quarterbacks have been over there. The AFC is a harder path this year than it is to me in the NFC. But when you think about this question, rather have Hurts or Allen, I went strictly off what I've seen. I saw him throw for 300 yards in the Super Bowl. I saw him play against the Kansas City Chiefs. I don't give a damn if your defensive line was hitting Patrick Mahomes across his head. You still had to go out there and score points and put him on the board. In a year where Saquon Barkley was arguably the best player in football, he had to throw the football in the Super Bowl to win the game. The first Super Bowl, he had to throw the football to win the game. So it's not about, and fans are going to get this misconstrued. Swagu thinks Jalen Hurts is better than Josh Allen. Don't give a damn. They not listening. Josh Allen, let me say it again, is the best, arguably, because Matthew Stafford is absolutely in that conversation for this particular year. Overall, to me, Josh Allen is the guy you take when you start talking about who you want at that position. But who I'd rather have is the guy that I've seen do it before. Against the teams that we talked about shouldn't lose. They should be unbeatable. And all of these elements that you talk about, Joe, you make a great point about what happened for Jalen Hurts in the playoffs. Every quarterback has needed that. Patrick Mahomes needed Chris Jones to get a rush. Matthew Stafford needed Aaron Donald to put pressure on Joe Burrow not to make a throw that probably would have ended up losing. So all of those elements are reserved for every quarterback. We have never said, and this is my problem when it comes to Jalen Hurts, And Joe, no, I'm not gonna fight you on this, but I hear this conversation. Remember before the season started, we had a conversation about, well, is Jalen Hurts really a good quarterback? Right. Or how much credit does he deserve?
Top 10, whatever. All that.
Well, show me one that didn't need a defensive play.
Amen.
I remember DeMarcus Ware and Von Miller killing Cam Newton in that offensive line to win a Super Bowl. But everybody talks about how good Peyton Manning was, even though the defensive player won MVP of the Super Bowl.
Right.
That is just how it goes. Jalen Hurts has showed on these runs that the Philadelphia Eagles have made. Jalen Hurts has showed up as much as any other quarterback,
for sure,
Mahomes included, because there is one quarterback in this conversation that has beaten Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah.
Jalen Hurts.
Sure. Right. In
so
the playoffs. Right.
I would rather have Hurts for those reasons, not because he's a better quarterback than Josh Allen.
I hear you on all of that, but I hear something a little louder. You said the AFC is a harder path this year than the NFC.
So, Corey, from my when we talking about Allen and Hurts, this is a very flawed Buffalo Bills team.
But it's a Buffalo Bills team that's not going to have to go through Kansas City, very likely not going to have to go through Baltimore, no Joe Burrow in there.
The way Denver, Jacksonville is playing right now, would you take New England? Would you take, is Buffalo clearly a favorite in the AFC?
I think so.
I don't think so. I don't think. I think if the New England Patriots were to beat the Buffalo Bills, I don't think nobody a bad eye. We'll say Buffalo played well. We just watched the performance Allen had to put together to come back 21 down against New England. When I look at the NFC, and I don't think that the Philadelphia Eagles are a dominant football team, but I saw the Los Angeles Rams lose to the Carolina Panthers, and I saw Sam Darnold throw interception after interception. I think harder. No, but you talk about teams more maybe on an even playing field, I understand that. But when I look at the AFC and I look at if this was Buffalo 2 years ago, I say clearly Buffalo is about to run through these playoffs. But the fact that Patrick Mahomes and Lamar is not going to be in the playoffs, I think actually makes it harder. Josh Allen has to do Superman things for this team to win a Super Bowl. And the reason why we have confidence is because we think he can.
Sure.
But I could easily see the Denver Broncos beat the Buffalo Bills or the Jacksonville Jaguars based on where they're playing. So that's how I look at it.
And that's a good place to go. As we look at first round exits, who, Joe, would be the more disappointing one? Would it be the Bills and the path that they'd have to go through, or would it be the Philadelphia Eagles?
It'd be the Bills. It'd be far more disappointing than the Bills. Everything around Allen outside of Cook is a major problem this year. The Bills have failed their quarterback because in the window where they caught the break of all breaks, no Lamar, no Burrow, no Mahomes, you weren't ready to capitalize on it. That's going to be something that haunts them forever. That's why he needs to rise up and just figure out the way to do the Superman thing and win it for him. Eagles won the Super Bowl last year. How disappointing is it if you don't win the next year? They've shown us problems all season long. I'm sorry, dynasties, we're just winning every single year.
Are you an Eagles fan?
I'm an Eagles fan, and I lived for so many years through McNabb.
Eagles fan I've ever heard.
That's
I ain't never heard an Eagles fan talk like this. They are disowning you right now.
I went so many years with nothing. The McNabb years, we were so close every year, and just to have it ripped away. I'm so grateful for everything I have now. You look at it, they're not better than the Rams.
He is not an Eagles fan.
I don't
he
think
just
they're
said
better
grateful.
than the Seahawks.
You are not an Eagles fan.
I'm a very reasonable individual. It's the holiday season, so you're welcome.
So by that logic, are you going with the Eagles as most disappointing first round exit?
Do you hear? Listen, I sit on this desk every week, and they're trying to fire Sirianni, who has the best winning record in the NFL. It's insanity to me. They running everybody out of Philly every week, and I'm thinking, to your point, they have been not just last year, they won the Super Bowl 2 years before that. I mean, they won a Super Bowl and fired their head coach 2 years later. This is the highest pressure place in the NFL to go play.
It's the most ungrateful place.
No doubt.
It is extremely
when you said grateful, I just said you're not an Eagles fan. Whatever happened, your family's changed you.
Somebody on radio weeks ago asked, should we bench Jalen Hurts?
That's exactly.
This is Philly.
They always talk about Jalen like he's a bum. You're like, man, this dude, what is wrong with y'all? But so, no, the Eagles, they get bounced in the first round. Yeah. It's liable. People would call for Howie Roseman's job. Yeah. I mean, they're the craziest people ever. This is not the typical Eagle. Whatever happened to him, his family changed him. Because this is not what normal Eagles do. Is that fair?
It's what America needs right now. I think a reasonable human being.
Joe, I'm with Jeff. I think the most disappointing would be the Philadelphia Eagles. But
But they've been showing us all year they got problems.
Listen, man. You have a responsibility, and there's a moniker attached to you because you just won a Super Bowl. Like that would be very disappointing for them to have a first round exit. Would it be shocking? No. If this question was, would it be shocking? We all would be like, nah, we good. We understand. We've seen the problems. If Buffalo lost in the first round, it goes back to what you said.
That's right.
Mahomes out. Look like Lamar not going to be in there. It's new teams that are in the
Daniel Jones.
And even
I just tried to
move on. Move on.
I just tried to slide it in.
This man.
You were 8-1. You were 8-1.
Here's what I'll say. I have been very, very hard. I was very, very hard on Josh Allen because nobody wanted to acknowledge these turnovers costing them opportunities to win games early in his career. Him fixing that problem, and now I can admit, look, I was on, let me just bring it up. My dog, Dan Orlovsky, gonna take a shot. Dan had the audacity 3 years ago to call Josh Allen great.
Yeah.
Coming off a season where he threw 20-something interceptions.
Right.
And I just didn't understand. I could not understand. I couldn't wrap my head around it. Because I grew up in an era where when quarterbacks throw a large amount of interceptions, they not great.
No,
that doesn't equate. If you said that now, Josh Allen is a great quarterback.
He earned it.
Right? And he's going to be a Hall of Famer, and he's going to have an opportunity to win championships. I think this might be one of the best opportunities for him. Even with this flawed team.
Yeah, because they're flawed.
We've seen him reach heights that we know none of these other quarterbacks have ever reached. So it's going to have to be him. And I would love that for him. To perform like he's performed in losses, but actually be able to go play for a Super Bowl. That would be Josh Allen's to become the guy in that conversation. I hope it happens for him. That's why I think it would be more disappointing if he was bounced in the first round. And make no mistake about it, we're going to want to talk about Team Courtney and it's so great. The Bills never won a Super Bowl and all of these things. This is about Josh Allen. This ain't about McDermott. This ain't about anybody. Josh Allen should get all of the credit in the world if the Buffalo Bills win a Super Bowl and not all of the angst if they don't. Because we know that this team is flawed. I would love to see him get all of the credit for going and win a Super Bowl without Pat and Lamar being in the playoffs.
Not a lot of stakes in this game because both teams are already in the postseason, but we will get to see the Bills and the Eagles on Sunday.